is up, guys? My name is Sir MC Koi. For those of you who haven't followed my Whaler series, I mentioned in the previous video that my hard drive broke and I lost some footage. So I lost my week 1 game where we did play the Philadelphia Eagles and we lost 42-24. Now, if you look at the box score, we had them beat at halftime, but 28 unanswered points in the second half, along with a 21-point fourth quarter. We really kind of let the game go, and it definitely shows when you look at the stats. We just really couldn't stop anything. In that game, we did lose our main kick returner, Taylor Gabriel, to injury. So we signed Jakeem Grant. Now, this is a guy that you guys should remember from TCU. He's that Texas Tech receiver. But regardless, let's jump into week 2. The Cleveland Browns have their first divisional matchup of the year, and it is against the hated Baltimore Ravens. You know, I may not be a Browns fan, but as a Steelers fan, at least I can still hate the Baltimore Ravens. So this is a big one for us. We are 0-1, obviously with the Cleveland Browns. There aren't a lot of expectations outside of the organization, but inside the organization, we have high hopes. You know, we are a team that doesn't have any big names, but we have a lot of underdogs, a lot of untold stories that we're trying to write. And it's going to start right here. It started last week technically, but it's starting right here in week 2 against the Baltimore Ravens. And one of those untold stories is this man, our starting quarterback, Cody Kessler. Last week he threw for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, but did unfortunately throw 3 interceptions in the loss. Another untold story is Carlos Williams, traded away by the Buffalo Bills after a promising start. We'll see what he can do. He only runs for 1 yard here. On second down, we're going to see play action. Kessler tries to throw the screen, but he throws an interception to Jimmy Smith. And that's not a good way to start for Cody Kessler. Now with 4 interceptions on the year. So Baltimore with great starting field position. They're going to toss it out to Forsett. And he is locked down by Joe Hayden. We struggled to stop the run in Ryan Matthews last week. So if we can't stop Justin Forsett, we're going to have some problems. We also need to learn how to stop that, because that is New Orleans Saints Benjamin Watson on the tight end route, going into the end zone for the touchdown. Baltimore with an early 7-0 lead. Time for us to answer. Kessler will be passing on 1st and 10. Great pocket. He's uncorking a deep ball. Almost caught by Corey Coleman. We're trying to see what that rookie can do. He's shown some good flashes in week 1. We'll see what he can do here when you guys are watching. 3rd down and 10. Kessler over the middle finds Gary Barnidge. He was wide open. That's an easy 19 yards. Cody Kessler's first completion of this game. High formation on 2nd and long. We're going to see a bounce out run by Carlos Williams, and he's got space now. Wrapped up after a big gain. Nice run there, and we are inside Baltimore territory. 1st down and 10. Kessler to pass, looking over the middle. It's Corey Coleman! His first NFL touchdown! He beats Sharice Wright in coverage, and he's showing off the skill that he showed in Baylor, and now he's showing it here in Cleveland. I spoke of a lot of unheralded names. This is probably the biggest name on our team, Corey Coleman, the first receiver taken in the draft. And he shows we might have made the right decision. Now we'll see Joe Flacco come out for the first full drive, and we see Justin Forsett again struggling in the run. This time it is Raheem Moore shutting him down behind the line of scrimmage. That leads to a 3rd and 8. A man almost jumps off sides. They go play action. Defense isn't fooled by that. Flacco, all the time in the world, throwing, and it's intercepted! Joe Hayden gets his first pick of the year, and it has been a long time. Joe Hayden's one of those players that we'd like to see him return to that elite status that he was in a few years ago. So we start from the 35-yard line. Kessler back to pass, looking left side. It's Corey Coleman again! Beating Sharice Wright. 2 plays in a row. 2 Corey Coleman touchdowns, and the Cleveland Browns. Look at him beat him in this jam. Come on, son. Too easy. And the Browns, they're up 14-7 on the Baltimore Ravens here in the first quarter. Now, I will mention that last week when we played the Eagles, we played excellent in the first half. We ended up going into half with the lead, but in the second half we were held pointless. So we're going to see if that trend continues here. Going downfield, that is Steve Smith, senior, the wily veteran. That's a nice pass to get Baltimore in to Cleveland territory. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. There's about 5.5 minutes to go in the first. We'll see a handoff to Forsett, and he's got his best run of the day, picking up 7 yards. Only 5 rushes for 10 yards. It's been a rough run in here for Forsett. 3rd and 2 now. They're going to go back to Forsett, and this time it's Emmanuel Ogba. Or no, that is Barkevius Mingo and Stephen Tulloch there to bring him down. 4th and inches. Baltimore settles for the Justin Tucker field goal. We have a 4-point lead. We'll see a handoff up the middle to Carlos Williams. He's got a nice hole. He picks up 8 or 9 on that one. That'll bring up a 3rd and short. Barnage motions into the backfield and then back out. They fake the play action. Go into the air. It's Josh Gordon. And Josh Gordon has space now. Across the 30. One man to beat. He's gonna beat Jimmy Smith to the edge. And there is another Cleveland Browns touchdown. And guess who was in coverage? Sharice Wright. He's blown 2 touchdowns to Corey Coleman, and now he gives Josh Gordon a long one. And Cleveland showing off the big plays, and they've got themselves a 21-10 lead, and we're not even out of the first quarter. Ravens have got to get something figured out. They try to hand it up to Forsett and give him the edge, but Raheem Moore is there to shut that one down after only a gain of 3. 2nd and medium, Flacco going to the air. There's not Benjamin Watson, but he does find his receiver, and he does find a 1st down. 2nd and 8, Flacco. Now that's Benjamin Watson, and that is another 1st down as they are up to midfield. And good for him, 5,000 career receiving yards. It's honestly a surprising number for Watson, but hey, regardless, good for him. Play action, the defender isn't fooled though, and that is Barkevius Mingo getting into the backfield, his 1st sack of the year, and it is on Joe Flacco. 2nd down and long now. Flacco to pass. Underneath for Forsett. He's able to fade a defender, and that is a bad penalty being taken right there from Joe Hayden. They get a big gain, and he takes a face mask. Not what you want to see. So 1st and 10, and on the very next play, we have a man jump offside. So 2 completely preventable penalties in a row from Cleveland. And we're giving Baltimore good field position at the 29-yard line. 1st and 5. Flacco to pass. Looking left side. There's Steve Smith. Wrapped up nicely. And it's Tramon Williams in coverage. Steve Smith has been doing pretty well. Already 3 receptions against Tramon Williams. 3rd down and 10 now, though, for Flacco. Back to pass. He just throws it in the flats for Forsett. And there's Raheem Moore again making the tackle. He's been all over Forsett today. Justin Tucker kicks yet another field goal. 21-13 Cleveland as we see a nice run to start the drive for Carlos Williams up the middle. He's trying to, show that the Browns may have messed up trading him away. Or the Bills, my bad. 3rd and 6, they go screen to Williams, and it was covered very nicely by C.J. Mosley. And Cleveland will punt. As Andy Lee back to punt, and he is going to sail this one. Will we get a good bounce? And we do. Out at the 4-yard line, and Baltimore is going to have a long field ahead of them. They're going to start with a handoff to Forsett, and he gets the outside edge, but is tripped up by Tramon Williams. He could have had a lot more going there if he would have kept it to the outside. It is 3rd down and 2, though. They have a tight end in the game. They go delay handoff to Forsett, spinning off a blocker and picking up 7 yards and a 1st down for Baltimore. High formation, Forsett remains in the game, but Flacco will pass. Over the middle, that's Kamar Aiken. He gets him close to the 1st down marker, but they will be a few inches shy. On 2nd and inches, they go to Forsett, and Forsett is shut down by Demario Davis and Paul Kruger. 3rd down and 3. They remain in the I formation. Flacco to pass. Over the middle, it's Kamar Aiken. 1st down for Baltimore. They've been doing a pretty good job at moving the chains, but we're holding them to field goals, which is what you want to see. Now here's Lucas Taliaferro entering the game, and he's got a lot of space to the outside. Brought down after a gain of 32, and on 1 rush, he has as many yards as Justin Forsett. Interesting little statistic there. On 2nd down, Flacco is back to pass. There isn't much pressure. Throws to the outside. Watson with the catch, but is tackled down immediately by Joe Hayden. It'll bring up a 3rd down and medium. Can we hold them to yet another field goal? Flacco to pass. Pressure incoming, and he just has to throw it away. So Justin Tucker comes out and kicks another field goal. We have less than 3 minutes to go in the half. What can we do? Testing the defense deep. Oh my God, it's Corey freaking Coleman again. his third touchdown of the first half. He has 3 receptions. They're all touchdowns. It was again Sharice Wright being beat in coverage, and Eric Weddle couldn't keep up with him. Oh my God. 28-16. It only takes Cleveland 1 play, but Baltimore kind of has a chance, but Forsett is going the wrong way here as Tullett makes the tackle. That's going to take us to halftime. Cleveland, what an electric first half. 28 points, all off passing plays of 35 yards or more. This offense is explosive, and they're showing it off against this weak Baltimore secondary. I'm going to take a quick peek here at the stats, and there it is. 234 passing yards in the first half compared to just 111. 13.2 average yards a play. Whew. Can we keep that up in the second half, though? This has been our crutch. Well, it was our crutch in week 1. Will it continue to be here in week 2? Baltimore does get the ball to start. They will not be returning. A wise choice, so they start from the 25-yard line. Joe Flacco is only thrown 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He's going to try to get some more yards here. There's Mike Wallace on the outside. He's been kept pretty much in check today. He picks up 5 yards there. I formation again on 2nd down. Flacco, though, play action. Unloading a deep bomb to Steve Smith. And he shows that, hey, we've got some deep passing game, too. He burns Tramon Williams in coverage. 70-yard touchdown. And after that play, we do end up switching. We put Joe Hayden on Steve Smith instead of Tramon Williams. We'll see how that impacts the game. But there's a pass outside to Josh Gordon. That's a quick first down. Now they find themselves backed up to a 2nd and 13. We're looking left side for Coleman. It's tipped away and intercepted by Will Davis. An unlucky tip play, and Will Davis comes down with an interception. Not what you want to see for Cody Kessler, but that's just bad luck. There's a pass over the middle for Steve Smith. I think this is actually where we removed the coverages. Yes, after we saw that stat, we changed the coverage. Now it is Joe Hayden covering Steve Smith, so we'll see how that impacts things. There was still Tramon Williams over there. I had some issues trying to get the two switched around. But we do, I think, eventually here. Sorry, I kept lying to you. But this is officially where we switched it. We'll see a toss out to Forsett, and he's got some space, getting a first down. One of his better runs of the night. Still only 39 yards. Baltimore now from the 16-yard line and threatening. Flacco to pass, over the middle, finds Taliaferro. He gets him down to the 5-yard line. Cleveland, they've had the lead since early in the first quarter. They're trying to keep it, but there is Benjamin Watson for his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. And Baltimore will take the lead, and they're going to go for 3 to make it a field goal lead. Flacco to pass. Looking left side for Forsett, and he has just been shut down all day by this defense. So Baltimore does have a 1-point lead. Can we rebound from this? We go handoff to Williams. He only finds 2 yards on that run. 3rd down and medium. To pass, Kessler all the time in the world. He finds Corey Coleman. That's his first catch that didn't go for a touchdown. Cody Kessler has thrown 4 touchdowns already in this one. As we see a nice Carlos Williams run bouncing off of 1 tackle, only getting 4 yards there. Look at the yards comparison, pretty equal, but Cleveland's done it in 10 less plays. Looking to the outside now. There's Josh Gordon, another nice catch along the right sideline for 10 yards. Cleveland is moving the chains efficiently. 1st and 10, Kessler to pass, looking over the middle, finding Coleman, another catch, another first down. Let's look at this, 5 receptions, 169 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 100 yards last week, so 2 games, 2 100-yard receiving games for Corey Coleman. That's what you like to see out of the rookie, and I'm not really sure what Williams is doing. He had a lot of open space to the right side, but chose to spin. 3rd down and 7. Kessler back to pass. Somehow that pass is caught by Josh Gordon. He led him a little bit too much, but a good individual effort, and Gordon himself is now over 100 yards on the day. Kessler back to pass, lobbing, end zone. It's Colby Listenby coming down with the catch and the touchdown. He was really hyped up in the preseason, but he's been kind of quiet since the regular season started. But there's a nice catch, and now they're going to go for 2 here to make it a touchdown game. Kessler Throwing back to the end zone, and it's Corey Coleman. 36-29. We have ourselves a high-scoring affair here in Cleveland. Baltimore is going to try to see if they can answer. There's a throw out. Forsett tries a spin move, but is not fooled. Joe Hayden, good tackle there. Forsett shows that too. 3rd down and 9. Shotgun formation for Flacco. He's got all the time in the world. They only rush 3. Good coverage downfield. Time's running out as Kruger gets there. The pass is incomplete, and Baltimore will be punting. 39 seconds left to go in the 3rd, and that is Cook punting. The rookie Jakeem Grant. We haven't seen a lot of him in this game, but he angles it to the right, and he's starting to show off that speed. Jakeem Grant, his first NFL game. He returns a punt for a touchdown. I spoke of it earlier. Unheralded names. People with no stories trying to write their story. Jakeem Grant does it. Corey Coleman does it. Josh Gordon trying to rewrite his story. Cody Kessler. This team. Oh my God, they've scored 43 points against the Baltimore Ravens, and we're not even in the 4th yet. Baltimore, though, they've still got time as we have now entered the 4th. Joe Flacco looking right side, finding Benjamin Watson, who has been his most reliable target, which, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Joe Flacco back to pass. This time, finding Aiken over the middle. Here's a 1st down for Flacco, who has only thrown 6 incomplete passes, but they can't finish drives. There's Kruger making a nice tackle in the backfield on Forsett, and there's exactly it. The inability to finish drives, and Justin Tucker will come out for yet another field goal. Very typical Baltimore Ravens style football. Looking at the numbers, Carlos Williams started pretty well, but he's had a rough second half. Only 5 yards on 6 rushes. We're going to try to fix that, but first we're going play action. Nice throw on the run, complete to Gary Barnidge. Good throw by Cody Kessler. And again, there's another number comparison. The yards are about the same, but 5 touchdowns. The last Browns quarterback to throw 5 touchdowns was Derek Anderson in 2007 against the Cincinnati Bengals. So, it's been a while. Throwing to the outside, he's looking for another one. There's Josh Gordon again. He has been burning this defense to the outside all day. 333 yards for Kessler. There's Carlos Williams bouncing one to the outside. There's a nice tackle made by Eric Weddle. But Williams still is able to pick up 7, his best run of the second half. On 2nd and 3, they'll go back to Williams, fighting through a defender, picking up another 1st down. Carlos Williams is trying to get that mojo back and trying to kill this game for Cleveland. 3rd and 10 now. Kessler to pass. Backing up with time, throwing right side. It's caught along the sidelines by Gary Barnidge, and the drive continues for Cleveland. They'll go handoff now to Carlos Williams. He's brought down at the 1-yard line. A big run of 8 yards. Can they punch it in? Kessler, he's going to try a toss out to Williams, and that kind of went the wrong direction. He lost 6 yards. So, we'll settle for a field goal here. 46-32. It is now a 14-point game with only a minute 52, and you've got to believe this one's over. But Baltimore is still going to try, you know? Joe Flacco, throwing right side. There's a pass, and, you know, if you're going to try to win, you got to throw it downfield. Flacco, again, play action. I don't know why. This time throwing downfield, and intercepted! Joe Hayden, his 2nd interception of the game, and this one will put it away. We're taking the knee, and oh my God, I just cannot speak of it enough. You've got a rookie quarterback in Cody Kessler throwing for 5 touchdowns. You have Corey Coleman with 3 receiving touchdowns. You have Josh Gordon, 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. He's trying to prove that, you know, this is a new Josh Gordon. You've got Joe Hayden, who was once valued as an elite quarterback and now has kind of fallen off the face of the earth. He comes with 2 interceptions. This isn't a, I don't want to say they're not a good team. This isn't a team that you would write in, though, for any win. But this is a team of unheralded players, and they have a lot of drive and inner motivation. And it showed today. Put up 40, 45, 46 points on the Baltimore Ravens on the back of rookies and undrafted players. Jakeem Grant signed off a practice squad. His first game returns a punt for a touchdown. Josh Gordon was suspended for a year. It's great to see these players coming back, and they're trying to make a name for themselves, and in turn trying to make a name for the Cleveland Browns. And 353 passing yards, 101 on the ground, 46 to 32. The defense obviously could use some work, but man, when the offense can put up 46 points, defense, you can do whatever the hell you want. 5 touchdowns thrown for Cody Kessler. Carlos Williams fell 8 yards shy of 100, but he still had a fantastic day on the ground. He had a rough spell there in the third quarter, but was able to turn it around in the fourth. Good job holding fourth set to only 52 yards. 2 receivers with 5 receptions and over 100 yards. Corey Coleman with 3 touchdowns. Josh Gordon with 1. And our boy out of TCU, Colby Listenby, with another. We have 2 rookie receivers, technically 3 if you count Jakeem Grant. Raheem Moore was solid in shutting down fourth set. He came in with 7 tackles. The tackles in the backfield, nasty. There was a lot of unexpected players making tackles in the backfield, but it's what you like to see. Only 1 sack, and it came from Barkevious Mingo, but we were still able to get 2 interceptions out of our boy Joe Hayden. Good to be returning to that old form that we're used to seeing. We're going to look at some stats here. Cody Kessler is first in the NFL in passing yards. Carlos Williams is third in rushing yards. Wait for it. Corey Coleman is leading the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns. It could be a hot start for this offense, but so far, so good for Cleveland. But we can't be resting on our laurels. It's only week 3, and we've got to move on as we face the 0-2 Miami Dolphins. If we can continue this success, this could be potentially a sleeper year for the Cleveland Browns. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff, and I will see you next week as we face the Dolphins.